Hello, and welcome, my Taurus Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon in December to new moon in January from 2021 to 2022? I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, author of Words of Grace, from a professional witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, and having a field day over on Patreon. If you are interested in Patreon at all, you might want to check out my Patreon page. It's pretty cool. The creativity is endless, and I am taking advantage of it. That being said, if you are new to my channel, a 7-card draw is just one card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific timeline. So not a timeless read, a timed reading, a full moon to new moon. Let's have a look at that astrology. We're looking at the full moon in Gemini on Saturday, December 18th, 11:36 p.m. I live in New York, so that's Eastern time. Not bad for a full moon. You could really get your stuff building up to that point. Plenty of time, at least if you're in the East Coast of the United States. But then we are looking at the waning moon, hence the shadow read, the letting go, the releasing, the alchemy, the healing, the forgiving, the hard stuff, to the new moon in Capricorn on Sunday, January 12th, 1:33 p.m. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more information about the scenario we are about to look at, because you might get more information about it from a different planetary alignment, or another scenario connected, or because we all have more than one thing going on, right? Relationships, and then physical health, and then finances. So it can be a nice cross-section of all of that. Otherwise, all the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. Lots of links down there if you want to dive a little bit deeper into my world. Otherwise, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can from the divine through these systems and my intuition to you for the well-being of all. Ready? Ground yourself. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, I love that. Here we go. As I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, general assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems as well, for the Taurus Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. We're using the Caroline Mace archetype deck. Please, what is the dominant 8th chakra archetype going on there, affecting their energy field? Underneath that, every chakra, what they repel, what they attract, and showing us the shadow work. They've got the Liberator, an action family archetype of the 9 different families. I have a nice dose of the Liberator. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and varying levels of power. The shadow here is what the shadow work is about. The light is what you are shooting for by that new moon. The shadow attribute, the lead, the toxicity, right? Imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate. Sort of a history of planet Earth of that on planet Earth for sure. Ignoring legitimate constraints, and that I am big on. Like learning boundaries and setting boundaries is an ongoing journey. I mean, we're all learning, particularly now on planet Earth, about not just physical boundaries, emotional boundaries, psychological boundaries, social boundaries, right? But, you know, and I'm sorry, they always give me this. It's like the most easiest way to look at the shadow. Someone's in recovery. Name why, doesn't matter why, but they go to a party and somebody's like, hey, come on, party, right? I mean, there are many different types of recovery, but particularly drug and alcohol, you know, you're like, come on, man, it's party. It's like, that's ignoring legit. You're not freeing them up. You're holding them back. The light attributes, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns, which, you know, if you're a healer, you're sort of doing that anyway. So let's keep going. Let's see what's going on there. Our next deck is Daughter of the Moon Tarot. This will be the next 4 chakras down: the crown chakra, the third eye, the throat, and the heart. the internal world, the feminine energy, the psychological world, hence using a feminist deck. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my goddesses of earth, the sign of Taurus and powers of the north, please, my beloved goddesses, one card in clarity for the Taurus collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading. Liberator in the 8th chakra. This is usually where the serious shadow work tends to go down. So please, what's going on inside of them this full to new? Interesting, an element of air, particularly beliefs are indicated here, right? Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. Here we have the 8 of Blades, Chokhmah. Now the key word on there is decisions. So there's definitely third eye. There's definitely element of air strong here. I wouldn't call it a double whammy. But certainly when we think of the 8 of Swords in traditional tarot, it's blindfolded and bound to 8 swords, right? So this speaks of a decision being made. Right now it's in the third eye, but to liberate. Right, to liberate. Now, to me, there's a difference between a choice and a decision. Like, oh, I just made another pot of coffee for myself. Started a little bit later today, taking my time, getting everything done, right? That's a choice. I'm going to quit all of this and grow my own beans and be the next Malbucks. There. No, that's a life-changing decision, and no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not interested in retail anymore. Did my time there. So we're definitely looking at an interesting dynamic going on here. Let's finish out the chakras. The lower 3 chakras are about your relationships in the physical world. Root chakra, tribes and groups. Second chakra, one-on-one, like an umbilical, your relationship to other people individually. And solar plexus, your relationship to yourself, self-esteem and all of that. From the outside looking in, the inside looking out, could be all of that, some of that. Breathe. There's something very relaxing about this, though. I don't think that's just me. As I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Taurus, powers of the north, one card from the mythic tarot, the masculine energy. The outside looking in, the inside maybe looking out at something in the physical world, something involving the lower 3 chakras here with the Liberator in the 8th. With the 8 of Blades, Chokhmah, Israeli goddess of the desert winds, probably right. What's going on the outside? The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, a truth. Now, this could be you delivering the truth, you receiving the truth. It is a general read in that way. But I think we see a trend here. I think we see a trend of really someone taking that new thought and cutting through the old ones, right? Liberating themselves, maybe helping other people do that. This is Athena, one of my goddesses for sure, lifelong. Goddess of wisdom and combat. Now that wisdom part comes from experience. So this might be an interesting revelation that comes to you, maybe a tidbit of truth. Aces are seeds. So, here's the deal. If you got 8 on the inner, because this is the same element, this is called blades, this is called swords, it's all element of air, to me at least. Then you add this together, you've got the 9 of swords, which can lead to a lot of overthinking. But if this is managed well, right, depending on how this Ace of Swords, this piece of truth, is either delivered to you or from you, it's going to make a difference on how that sword cuts, because it may cut both ways, right? It's what you do with the information. So what could be better than a healing mantra from the Mekon Healing Mantra deck, right, to focus on this for the waning moon so that it helps you liberate yourself and or others as needed. Please take a nice deep breath. All right. So I call upon the Ascended Masters. The Ascended Masters of air and thought and psychology and belief and thought systems. Please, one card in clarity for the Taurus collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video. receiving this reading. What is their perfect healing mantra? We'll even read it from the bookie book for them. Liberating themselves in the 8th chakra with the Liberator. 8 of Blades on the inner, Ace of Swords on the outer that can wound them or cut them free. Give us the perfect healing mantra for them this full to new December, January. And we've got activating the third eye. Are you fucking kidding me? I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. The guides are throwing down for you all, the pantheons of the divine. This is, we've been saying, it's like Lego blocks. It's like, you know, it's not a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. It's like Diplo, right? Big bunny shape and big carrot shape fit in perfectly, right? Activating the third eye, as I said, this is very third eye. Digging it. See, when I take the day and I go slow and I do my meditation and I run my errands and I'm off the treadmill, that's what Patreon has set me free. Talk about a liberator. Activating, we're doing such cool stuff there. Activating the third eye. Here we go. Not terribly long. I'm willing to see, throat chakra choice, willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. As your third eye opens, you are able to notice how each moment is a catalyst for your ever-expanding soul. The personality may not like it, the ego's probably going to resist it, but it's for the soul to expand. Through your third eye, you will be able to more clearly see the lessons each moment offers, allowing every encounter to help you become an even more radiant expression of your highest potential. And how could that not be liberating, right? To see beyond your beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. I've worked all these mantras. Oh my God, it's 2 years since I've gotten this deck. I love this deck so much. Obviously, I've been using it the whole time. But personally, how I remember that is BIC, beliefs, ideas, conclusions, like Bic Lighter, Bic Pen, right? So, little mnemonic device for you there to help you remember it. This mantra is ideal for dissolving personal judgments, developing more patience, which hello, and tempering inner conflict. So even if we go with blindfolded and bound from the Rider-Waite Tarot as prototype, and obviously a lot of people have followed that artwork in many different shapes and forms throughout tarot, then definitely this is about an inner conflict inside of you. Perhaps who you used to be, how you used to identify, and your thoughts are changing. Good shadow work thing. All element of air so far, but let's keep going. Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of your own higher self. Please take a nice deep breath. Because I'm not so sure this is about anybody else but you. Could be. I mean, obviously there are other people involved bringing you the information, but I don't know. Let's have a look. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun watching this video, receiving this reading? Liberator in the 8th. 8 of Blades on the inner, Ace of Swords on the outer. Activating the third eye, willing to see beyond belief, see beyond their beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. What's the whisper of love for them full to new December into January? Receive with love and appreciation. I think that tells us that this is coming towards you, and it's going to help you make this decision, and it's going to liberate you. Receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. Now, also, we're going to be full swing in the holiday period this 2 weeks, right? From the 18th of December to January 2nd. That really is like a nice big chunk. We got winter solstice, Yule, I think on the 21st, right? Christmas, Kwanzaa, the Hanukkah's already, it's a lot, like all the different ones, like all the different cultures. It's like we're all doing this time of year, and we have for millennia to receive lovingly. Like, oh, thanks. No, to be like, thank you. I mean, I understand this. I may struggle with this piece of information, but if, obviously, you look beyond your beliefs, ideas, and conclusions and just say, okay, this was in the reading, you'll probably know when it hits. But I know that I'm a Virgo. We usually know it by what happens physically, physiologically within our own bodies. So if you really get shook where you have to go take a break and like rest for a little bit, that's probably what this is. This truth. It's not a page. All right, it's not someone handing you a message necessarily. It is a truth coming in. And just to receive with love and appreciation and say, I have no idea right now. I got to sit with this, but thank you. It's okay to put a question mark on a thank you. I think be authentic, right? People appreciate, I appreciate authenticity. But let's find out who is walking with you doing the shadow work with the Divine Animals Oracle, the Spirit Guides and Totem Animals. Please take a nice deep breath. This is one of my favorite pantheons to tune to because I gotta go completely nonverbal. Breathe. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Taurus Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. Who walks with them, who flies with them, who swims with them, who crawls with them, who's helping them, guiding them through the shadow work from the totemic pantheon here. For the Taurus Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. Liberating, 8 of Blades on the inner, Ace of Swords on the outer, activating the third eye, being willing to see beyond the beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, but that can take a while, that's fine. Receiving with love and appreciation. What's the message? This new, you can tell when I don't like a certain animal. See what I mean? Instant, visceral. This full to new tarantula, tarantula. Yeah, I'm a quarter Sicilian, and I'm 53 years old. I've funicula, tarantula, connections, which if you think of a web, that does make sense, right? The interconnectedness, card number 13, however. No, it's beautiful. I've read this one before. I just don't like spiders and snakes. Is that what it really takes to love me? Ugh, breathe. Tarantula. Keyword. Connection. It's time to bring together the disparate aspects of your life. Everything is connected. When you are afraid or unsure, it is important to know that you are never alone. You can do magic. We all can. Now there's a lot more information in here that I have to skip over, otherwise these readings would be way too long, just reading. But let me read you the magic. That's the only 2 parts I usually, with a larger bookie book, I'll pick like the beginning and the ending. The magic, spider magic, and specifically tarantula magic, is protective and connective. So this might have to do with other people. Webs don't just trap prey, they support and protect the spider as well. It is essentially their home, after all. It is a mistake to think that spider magic is evil or dangerous, as very few cultures see the spider in this fashion. Not so much here in the U.S., though. Arachnophobia. Dan Goodman? John Goodman. When you feel good, Dan Connor, John Goodman. When you feel you need greater connection to life, or you need support, particularly in creative matters, ask the spider for help. And that's the spider totem for me is usually about creativity, because literally it creates out of its own body its web in order to give it everything that it needs. But interconnection here. Now, this is something that kind of spun around my third eye a couple of times. I don't always say everything I see. But this could be a higher mystical thing. This could be a real spiritual awakening and activation of the third eye, where you see unity consciousness. You see the pattern. You see the web, the oneness. We're not all interconnected. We're all one thing appearing to be different things. Not new. Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. How fucking far back you want to go? Unity consciousness, right? And that's what this planet needs. So whatever truth comes to you, just know that you're going to be protected and supported through it, if it is that sort of thing. And I know a lot of people watching my channel are on that. That's why I don't have 10 billion subscribers. I don't care. I'm on Patreon. I don't care. I'm on Patreon. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th card, The Hidden Blessing from the Blessed Bee deck by Lucy Cavendish. She got the best name ever for the line of work she got. Blessed be the magical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower. However, it is consecrated, charmed, linked to the pantheons of the divine. Just like the first card, we end with the same pantheon. Let's see what the hidden blessing is in all of this, which you usually see in hindsight, right? So maybe at new moon, you'll look back and go, oh, here's a little hint. Please take a nice deep breath. One more time. My collective pantheons, our collective pantheons of the divine, please. One card in clarity for the Taurus collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading for this full moon to new moon, this shadow work. What is the hidden blessing? With that Liberator in the 8th, really shooting for freeing themselves and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns, right? Liberator. With the 8 of Blades, Chokhmah, decisions, but definitely standing in the middle of a desert, not exactly sure which way to go or what to think. With the Ace of Swords, truth coming in there, probably coming towards them rather than from them, activating the third eye as long as they're willing to see beyond their beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, and that they receive with love and appreciation, receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. So that's the implosion of duality. You receive with love and appreciation. It gives them love. With that tarantula energy, that spider magic there. Maybe they're seeing something here. Maybe they're seeing the interconnectedness, the pattern, or the unity of this. So what's the hidden blessing for them? Doing this shadow work. A lot of mental shadow work. This full to new December, January. A blessing on a home. An HOME. A blessing on a home. Card number 10. So pretty. I mean, every card in this deck knocks it out of the park. But look, you got a little dove there, right? In a little nest. Love your hair. I mean, how do you get trees to grow out of your hair like that? Well, I guess if you're a goddess, pretty much hairstyling is like that. Card number 10. I love my work. I love my work, career, and vocation. Alright, this one doesn't look terribly long. I'm going to read the whole thing anyway, and we're going to really give the blessing here. My torch of Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the north, powers of earth. Please take a nice deep breath. Do it through me, my pantheons. Card number 10. A blessing on a home. A blessing for a home with protective presence, like a web. A creative field within you, within which you can thrive and be reborn night after night, day after day, just like indicated in the tarantula there. May the walls of your home hold strong against the influences of the world outside. Within the walls and beneath the sheltering roof of your home, may you find privacy and comfort and freedom, Liberator, to be who you are when all about you falls away and there are no more eyes to watch you. May you have comfort, good food, nourishing rest, healing quiet, true friends who come and go in ways that bring you both joy and companionship. May you offer hospitality freely and gladly, and may the blessings you offer be returned in the opening of homes to you in return, receiving with love and appreciation. May the borders of your home be protected and guarded by angels, and within its spaces may there be a place for intimacy, connection, friendships, privacy, conversations, calm, the roar of laughter, and the soft fall of tears, and the quiet peace of hope. May your life take shape within your home. May there be births, and when deaths come, let them be kind ones. Let the home you create become the very essence of what home can be. And may it, in return, offer you your body, your soul, the most nourishing of spaces between the worlds, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So motivating, and so it is. Blessed be. Do make sense. You're going to liberate yourself from some mental stuff going on in the third eye with this truth coming in you, through you, to you, but activate your third eye. I'm willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. They're receiving with love and appreciation, because there is connection, and there is protection, and there is community, and the creativity is in play for this blessing on a home, perhaps yours, perhaps a new home, perhaps a sense of home within your own skin is available for you. So may you be blessed with all of that, and thank you so very much for watching. If you liked it, like it. Want more, subscribe. Want to read my book? In the description box. You want to come play with me on Patreon? Come play on Patreon. Come Playtreon. I'm having so much fun there. Really having a field day. A lot of creativity. And a lot of stuff that will eventually hit YouTube, but you get to see it earlier than everybody else. Otherwise, my beloved Earth signs, thank you so much. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this full to new December into January 2021. Happy holidays and Happy New Year and all that jazz. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.